Hi there, Yacoub. So we've got this new essay from you. Great job. Let's see what you had to say about this particular topic today. Okay, it's international marketing, and you're supposed to discuss two views and then give your opinion. So let's see what you did. Opinions are divided on whether international marketing can bring benefits to the local community, given some of the claims of its possible detrimental effects on the populace. In my opinion, I believe that despite some of the drawbacks international marketing could bring to any one's country, it should probably be one word, anyone's country, it carries greater benefits to all. Alright, so far so good, fine. So let's move on. International marketing has many benefits, out of which are those that we can see. You didn't need to write benefits again because that's what the whole point of those is. In other words, it's a pronoun that makes it unnecessary to use benefits. So let's try it again. International marketing has many benefits, out of which are those that we can see through improvements in international knowledge sharing, as well as the benefits that we get from connecting people together. I don't even know if you want to say out of which. I'm just thinking maybe you want to make it even simpler. So let me try it one more time. International marketing has many benefits, of which are those that can be seen through improvements in international knowledge sharing, as well as the benefits that we can get from connecting people together. I think that works actually quite well. Okay. With regard to the former, international marketing provides people with the opportunity to access knowledge or innovative ideas created by other, possibly richer countries. Take third world countries as an example, which might not have the technology or access to proper funds to enable them to innovate. Such countries can benefit from marketing campaigns led by richer countries. All right, I need you to explain to me how. How can they benefit? So I mean, don't just assume that the reader knows what you're talking about. I really want you to hold my hand and tell me this is exactly what I mean, okay? So, as far as the enhancements achieved from connecting people through such campaigns is concerned, you're missing that here. Now, if you didn't want to say that, you could have said as for the enhancements achieved from connecting people through such campaigns. That would have been fine too. But if you wrote as far as, you have to say XYZ is concerned, okay? International marketing can bring people from various cultural backgrounds together, creating a smaller world that hosts great diversity. How? Again, it's just not supported enough. I mean, look at this. It's this enormous paragraph. I mean, it's a nice full paragraph, but there's now 2 times where I said to you, explain it to me a little further, develop it a little further. Don't just assume that I know what you mean, okay? So this might lead into spreading peace worldwide in the long run. So get rid of this the here. Peace is an abstract noun, so it doesn't need a the. On the other hand, there might be slight drawbacks when it comes to international marketing. Now, here you could put a full stop and say, such drawbacks might be viewed as invasive or detrimental. Otherwise, if you want to keep this as one sentence, you have to make some other changes. So, trying it again, you could have said, on the other hand, there might be some slight drawbacks when it comes to international marketing, which may be viewed as, or which might be viewed as detrimental. That would have been okay too. Of the examples this is a little awkward. Hold on. Okay, how about this? Examples of those can be the possible detachment of one's own culture once exposed to, not detachment, but it's kind of like the rejection of one's culture. You could have said that. So, of those can be the possible rejection of one's own culture once exposed to other cultures through such international campaigns. Evidence of that can be seen in the Arab world, when our youth tries, with an IES, to mimic the West. Another possible drawback is the adoption of some socially unacceptable behaviors by our youth when they behave awkwardly, with such behavior being copied from an improper marketing campaign which has the intention to market for products which may oppose one's own belief in ethical upbringing. Check it out. Now here, you've got the sentence that starts here. It's 4 lines long. It's too long. You needed to break it up somewhere. In fact, I got lost somewhere in the middle, so you really need to separate it in an appropriate place so that it helps make your message more clear. Let's try it again. Excuse me. Another possible drawback is the adoption of some socially unacceptable behaviors by our youth when they try to behave awkwardly with behavior copied from an improper marketing campaign. Full stop. It is possible that these campaigns intend to market products that may oppose one's own beliefs and ethical upbringing. And then, again, when you say such a loaded statement like that, you really need to explain to the reader what you mean. Like, give me an example. Excuse me. So, for you to have an opinion like this, you must have something in mind that you're thinking of. So, just back it up and say, for example, XYZ company recently displayed, lots of young, happy, attractive people, I don't know, wearing skimpy clothing and sunbathing together or swimming together and embracing and etc., etc., etc. Okay, something. But just do back it up, okay? So, moving on. In conclusion, I think that international marketing has many advantages over some of its slight drawbacks, which can be brought under control. Under, not into. Now, since you feel that the benefits outweigh the negatives, you need to reverse these paragraphs. We always put the side that we agree with last. We put it closer to our conclusion. We put the side that we don't agree with first, closer to our introduction. In this way, sorry about that. In this way, the reader remembers your opinion because it's closer to the end. It makes your opinion stronger. It's kind of like you're saying, yes, well, I'm so open-minded that I have analyzed the other side, but really, this is what the truth is. Okay? It's a pretty standard technique in essay writing. So, for me, the task response and the coherence and cohesion are the biggest problems here. Not so much grammar or lexical resource, but those two elements, the fact that you needed to reverse your paragraphs and the fact that you left a lot of ideas just kind of dangling in the wind. And I don't want you to do that. So let's look at your English and Homestay letter. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Jones, I'm writing to you with regard to the English and Homestay program which you have recently signed up to. My name is, as mentioned in the signature block, Yacoub, and I'm delighted to inform you that my school has assigned me to your family and I'm looking forward to this upcoming stay. It's a long sentence as well, okay? You could have broken it up. And I don't even know what this means in the signature block. Just say, my name is Yacoub, and I'm delighted to inform you that my school has assigned me, etc., etc. With this in mind, I think you need to know that I am an English student, and this year represents my last, after which I shall graduate. Active voice, not passive. As my arrival to the UK is drawing near, I thought I should take this opportunity to ask you some questions about the UK. I have 2 main questions. I would have put a colon here, not a comma. The first one is relevant to weather. Based on that, I would appreciate your advice on the type of clothing I should bring with me during my stay, which is expected to be in August of this year. No, it's not a question. Just put a full stop here. As for the other question, I'm concerned about the type of food available in UK restaurants. The reason behind my concern is that I am a vegan, and I wanted to know if there are specialized restaurants which can serve the type of food I'm used to. Lastly, please be aware that I shall arrive to the UK on the 1st of August 2018. I will be on the Emirates Flight 808, which shall land at 8 p.m. Looking forward to meeting with the airport. Okay, Yacoub. So, okay, I liked it. It's interesting because You used a neutral tone. It was neither formal nor informal. And that's okay. I typically tell students who write this essay that they should aim for something formal, because essentially you don't know these people personally. You've never met them before. Yes, they're opening their home to you. Yes, you'll be staying with them for a while, but you don't know them yet. And so here I think it's probably a good idea to be formal. You have written this in a neutral style. You might be wondering what the difference is. There are several places where your tone is informal. Let me give you one. Here, I wanted to know, right here. So in a formal letter, this would be, and I would like to know, okay? I think you need to know. All this language is really direct, is not formal, okay? So if you wanted to make it more formal, you could have said, with this in mind, I would like to inform you that I am. All right? So that's my feeling about this. This is supposed to be a formal letter to people you have not met yet. So I would like you to keep that in mind when you make your corrections, okay? So that pretty much brings us to the end of this. I hope I get to see more of your essays. I hope that we can help with more feedback and help you reach your IELTS goals. So lots of luck to you, and keep on writing.